Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of the Unstoppable Denominators channel of wrestling results here in this channel. So today we have SmackDown versus Raw at Survivor Series, November 21st, 21 results. Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura with Rick Boogs versus United States Champion Damian Priest. Priest grabs a hammerlock. Nakamura tries to escape, but Priest transitions into a wrist lock. Boogs riffs on the guitar. Priest looks confused. Nakamura counters, and both men misses kicks, which leads to a stalemate. Nakamura calls for Boogs to let out a riff while Nakamura lays in vibrations before hitting a running knee in the corner. Priest lands a diving leg lariat for a near fall. Boogs plays the guitar again. Priest looks pretty annoyed. Priest tells Boogs not to do that again. Nakamura lands a leaping side kick. Head kicks by Nakamura. Nakamura hits a sliding German suplex. Priest kicks out at 1. Nakamura tries a diving knee off the second rope, but Priest responds with a spinning heel kick to the gut. Priest hits a nasty lariat followed by the broken arrow. Kick out by Nakamura. The two trade strikes. Nakamura floors Priest with a spin kick. Priest ducks the Kinshasa and rolls Nakamura up. Nakamura kicks out. Nakamura lands a sliding knee. Priest kicks out. Priest counters another Kinshasa attempt with South of Heaven. Nakamura kicks out. Nakamura almost locks Priest in a flying arm breaker. Priest counters with a triangle choke. Nakamura passes out, but Boogs starts to play the guitar again. Nakamura wakes up and escapes. Priest rolls out of the ring and breaks Boogs' guitar. Priest hits Nakamura with a broken guitar to cause a disqualification. Your winner, Shinsuke Nakamura. Raw 0, SmackDown 1. Now main card. As you know how WWE is, they don't care about the freaking pre-show. So they don't count as the main show for some reason. So it's 0-0 going to the main card. But still 1-0 SmackDown. Raw Women's Champion Charlotte Flair versus SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch. As soon as the bell rings, Flair is all over Lynch. Lynch avoids natural selection and almost locks in the disarmor. Lynch lands a big kick. Flair responds with a spear. Both women fall out of the ring. Lynch sends Flair into the ring post. Flair escapes the manhandle slam. Flair launches Lynch into the ring post. Lynch falls off the apron and hits the floor. Flair goes up top for a moonsault. Lynch pushes Flair off the top. Flair hits her knee on the barricade. Lynch misses a clothesline and Flair suplexes her on the barricade. Both women scream at each other before trading strikes again. Flair floors Lynch with a lariat. Lynch tries another disarmor, but Flair turns it into a powerbomb for a near fall. Lynch unloads on Flair in the corner. Flair counters Lynch with one of her own. Flair goes up for a moonsault. Lynch moves out of the way, but Flair lands on her feet and hits a standing moonsault for yet another near fall. Lynch ties Flair up in the ropes. Hang leg drop. Sorry. rope hang leg drop by Lynch. Instead of the disarmor, Lynch traps Flair in the rings of Saturn. Flair kicks out. Andrade elbows by Flair. Lynch kicks out again. Flair tries a suplex, but she counters a suplex into a reverse DDT. Flair kicks out. Flair misses a diving leg drop. Flair tries a boot, but Lynch hits a manhandled slam. Flair gets her leg on the rope. Lynch puts Flair in the figure four. Flair flips over and reverses the pressure. Lynch gets to the ropes. Flair boots Lynch out of the ring. Flair goes up top and hits a moonsault to the outside. Before Lynch can react, Flair puts Lynch in a disarmor. Lynch gets to the ropes. Flair lights Lynch up with chop after chop. Counter roll by Flair. As Flair hooks the ropes, the referee sees it. Lynch reverses the pin and hooks the ropes for the win. Becky Lynch is your winner. Raw 0, SmackDown 2, but Raw 0, SmackDown 1 on the main roster, on the main show. So, Team Raw, Bobby Lashley, Finn Balor, Austin Theory, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins versus Team SmackDown, King Woods, Jeff Hardy, Happy Corbin with Madcap Moss, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus. Raw's team argues about who is going to start the match. Rollins reluctantly lets Owens start. Owens leaves the ring and walks up the ramp. The rest of the team yells for Owens to come back. Owens is counted out. Kevin Owens has been eliminated. Team Raw 4, Team SmackDown 5. Woods works over Theory in the ring. McIntyre tags in and lays in chop after chop. Sheamus tags in and lands a chop as McIntyre holds Theory. Corbin lands a chop as Sheamus holds Theory. Rollins tags in and eats a clothesline from Corbin. Balor tags in and gets stomped by Corbin. Team SmackDown takes turns working over Balor. Everyone lands a big move, ending with Corbin choke slamming Theory. Balor lands the coup de grace, for the pin. Happy Corbin has been eliminated. Team Raw 4, SmackDown 4. Lashley stages in and runs over Hardy. Team Raw works over Hardy. Hardy lands the Whisper in the wind on Balor and Rollins at the same time. Lashley attacks McIntyre. Lashley runs McIntyre's head into the ring post. Hardy manages to tag in King Woods. King Woods clears the ring. King Woods goes up top. Lashley pushes Woods off the top. Lashley tags himself in. Spear by Lashley. Lashley traps King Woods in the Hurt Lock and King Woods passes out. King Woods has been eliminated. Team Raw 4, Team SmackDown 3. I knew this was going to happen. I think Team Raw is going to win because they have the best the tag team. They got the better team here. Besides fucking Austin Theory. He might cost Team Raw the win or loss, whatever. Balor tries a dive, but Sheamus catches him. Rollins dives into Balor to wipe Sheamus out. Lashley and McIntyre have a stare down in the ring. McIntyre is all over Lashley. Lashley drops McIntyre with a complete shot. Lashley and McIntyre fight into the crowd and both are counted out. Excuse me, sorry. Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley have been eliminated. Team Raw 3, Team SmackDown 2. McIntyre drops Lashley with a Claymore. Rollins waves goodbye in McIntyre's face. McIntyre blasts him with a Glasgow kiss. Sheamus tries a pin, but Rollins kicks out. Sheamus power slams Balor. Balor responds with a shotgun dropkick. Balor misses the double stomp. Sheamus bro kicks Balor. Sheamus pins Balor. Finn Balor has been eliminated. Team Raw 2, Team SmackDown 2. Theory immediately lands a Rollins dropkick for a near fall. Rollins and Sheamus work over Sheamus. That didn't make no sense at all. Sheamus and Hardy land poetry in motion. Sheamus and Hardy land the 10 beats on Rollins and Theory. White noise by Sheamus. Sheamus calls for the bro kick. Theory distracts Sheamus. Super kick by Rollins. Sheamus kicks out. Theory rolls up Sheamus with a handful of tights for the pin. Sheamus has been eliminated. Team Raw 2, SmackDown 1. Sheamus floors Theory. Sheamus apologizes to Hardy before laying him out with a clothesline. Rollins flattens Hardy with a frog splash. Hardy kicks out. Theory and Rollins set Hardy on the top rope. Hardy pushes both men off the top. Hardy lands a senton on Theory for the pin. Austin Theory has been eliminated. Team Raw 1, Team SmackDown 1. Now it's 1-on-1. Rollins tells Hardy he's past his prime. Hardy drops Rollins and traps him in a double leg pin. Rollins kicks out. Oh, no, elbow by Rollins. Hardy kicks out. Hardy counters the stomp and hits the twist of fate. Rollins gets his knees up as Hardy tries a swanton. Rollins stomps Hardy for the win. Your winner is Team Raw 1, Team SmackDown 0, as Jeff Hardy was eliminated. So Raw has 1 win, SmackDown has 2 wins. Now let's move on to the next page. Next stage, Roman Reigns walks into McMahon's office. McMahon shows Roman Reigns the golden egg from The Rock's movie Red Notice. Mr. McMahon notes that The Rock gifted him the real golden egg and it's worth over $100 million. Roman Reigns says it's almost as much as my next contract. Roman Reigns walks away. Mr. McMahon looks concerned. The Rock's 25th anniversary battle royal. As soon as the bell rings, AJ Styles rolls out of the ring to watch the match. Almost eliminated. Drew Gulak. I thought Drew Gulak was gone. I don't know. Humberto Carrillo and Shelton Benjamin. R-Truth tries to go give Omos a slice of pizza. Omos just glares at R-Truth. Truth gives it to Otis. Otis eats it and likes it. Truth slaps Otis on the butt. Otis tosses out Truth. No, Truth! Omos clotheslines Otis over the top. Sheamus tosses out Gable. Ricochet drop kicks T-Bar out of the ring. Mansoor tosses out Cedric Alexander. Jinder Mahal, Eric Ivar, and Angel Garza are all eliminated. Omos and Shanky meet in the middle of the ring. Omos tosses out Shanky. The Dirty Dogs flip Mansoor out of the ring. Rude and Ziggler bow up to Omos. Rude gets choke pushed out of the ring by Omos. Ziggler tries to beg off. Styles hits a phenomenal forearm out of nowhere. Styles tosses out Ziggler. Zayn tries to rally the rest of the SmackDown superstars to work together. Zayn gets in Cesaro's face. Ricochet hits a codebreaker. The Street Profits toss out Zayn. Omos clotheslines General Aziz out of the ring. Aziz tries to pull Styles out of the ring. Omos grabs Styles' leg. Aziz and Sheamus have a tug-of-war over Styles. Apollo Crews hits Omos, and Omos lets go of Styles, and Styles is eliminated. Everyone teams up on Omos. To no avail, Omos tosses Cesaro and Dawkins. Ford hits Omos in the face, which angers Omos. Omos launches Ford over the top rope. Ricochet and Omos are the final two competitors left. Omos tosses Ricochet out. Your winner, Omos. After the match, Styles runs back into the ring and celebrated with Omos. Styles goes for a slice of pizza. Ford kicks Styles in the face. Ford tosses a few slices of pizza in the crowd before running away with a box of pizza. Raw 2, SmackDown 2. But it's 2-1. Raw Tag Team Champions RK Bro versus SmackDown Tag Team Champions The Usos. Riddle drops Jimmy Uso and locks in the armbar. Jimmy escapes. Riddle drops Jimmy with a kick. Carlin lock by Riddle. Orton tags in and almost hit an RKO, but Jimmy rolls out of the ring. The Usos hug each other. Jay tags in and faces off with Orton. Jay stomps Orton in the corner. Orton pokes Jay in the eye. Riddle tags in and then they hit an assisted standing floating bro. Jimmy tries to attack Riddle, but Riddle sends him out of the ring. Riddle crushes Jimmy with a floating bro off the apron. Jay knocks Riddle off the apron into the barricade. Jimmy lands a dive. The Usos work over Riddle. Orton gets the tag and hits a series of power slams on the Usos. Orton suplexes both Usos on the announce desk. Hangman's DDT by Orton. Orton calls for the RKO. Jay avoids it and then lands a kick. Riddle tags in and lands a series of strikes on both Usos. Jay gets his knees up as Riddle attempts a Broton. Pop-up neck breaker by Jay. Riddle kicks out. German suplex by Riddle. Jimmy tags himself in. Tossing Samoan drop by the Usos. Riddle kicks out again. The Usos have a super kick party with Riddle and Orton. Riddle bridges out of Jay's pin. Riddle gets a blind tag. Jimmy kicks Orton off the apron. Super kick by Jay. Jay dives off the apron for the Usos splash. Orton RKO's Jay as he lands on Riddle for the splash. Orton pins Jay. Winners, RK Bro. Raw 3, SmackDown 2, but Raw 3, SmackDown 1. So, let's move on to the next. Backstage, Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce are in McMahon's office. When Mr. McMahon sits down, he realizes his egg is gone. Mr. McMahon tells Deville to call the police. Pearce tells Mr. McMahon to interview every superstar. If Pearce doesn't find it, Mr. McMahon wants everyone at Raw tomorrow night, and he will get to the bottom of this himself. Team Raw: Bianca Belair, Carmella, Queen Zelina, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley versus Team SmackDown: Sasha Banks, Natalya, Shayna Baszler, and Toni Storm and Shotzi. So Queen Zelina attempts to help Carmella put on her custom red mask. Ripley pulls Queen Zelina off the apron. Storm rolls up Carmella for the pin. Carmella has been eliminated. Team Raw 4, Team SmackDown 5. Belair and Banks get in each other's face. Shotzi tags herself in and lands a splash for a near fall. Shotzi locks Belair in a modified hammerlock, but Belair rolls through and body blocks Shotzi. Morgan lands a sloppy bulldog off the second rope. Shotzi traps Morgan in the corner. Natalya works over Morgan. Morgan tags in Ripley. After a bit of back and forth, Natalya German suplexes Ripley. Baszler tags in and assists Natalya with a double delay vertical suplex. Baszler tries to stomp Ripley's arm, but Ripley counters. Ripley sets up Riptide, but Baszler turns it into a gut wrench for a near fall. Shotzi pulls Banks off the apron. Baszler traps Ripley in a flying armbar. Ripley turns it into a pin. Baszler transitions into a Crufida clutch. Ripley escapes. Everyone lands a big move. Baszler traps Ripley in a Crufida clutch. Ripley falls backwards and crushes Baszler. Ripley and Baszler both make tags. Belair and Banks are left in the ring. Banks tries for a rope walk arm drag, but Belair does a flip to avoid it. Now it's next page. Come on, let's go. Hold on. After a series of reversals, Banks locks Belair in Banks' statement. Belair escapes and knocks Natalya off the apron with a handspring. Banks surprises Belair with a double jump tornado DDT. Banks runs into a spinebuster from Belair. Belair only gets a 2 count. Belair tags in Queen Zelina and press slams her into a cross body on Banks. Banks kicks out. Queen Zelina tries the code red, but Banks blocks it. Banks flips Queen Zelina into Storm's finisher. Storm pins Queen Zelina. Queen Zelina has been eliminated. Team Raw 3, Team SmackDown 5. Morgan hits her finisher on Storm for the pin. Toni Storm has been eliminated. Team Raw 3, Team SmackDown 4. Shotzi and Banks both land frog splashes on Morgan for the pin. Liv Morgan has been eliminated. Team Raw 2, Team SmackDown 4. Everyone on Team SmackDown has been hitting a big move on Ripley, capped out with a running knee by Baszler for the pin. Ripley has been eliminated. Team Raw 1, Team SmackDown 4. Shotzi and Banks get into an argument. Banks tosses Shotzi out of the ring and to argue. Banks keeps trying to get in the ring, but each of her team members keep pulling her back out of to argue with her. Hilariously, Banks gets counted out. Sasha Banks has been eliminated. Team Raw 1, Team SmackDown 3. Belair rolls up Natalya for the pin. Natalya has been eliminated. Team Raw 1, Team SmackDown 2. Belair counters the Crufida clutch into the Glam Slam for the pin. Shayna Baszler has been eliminated. Team Raw 1, Team SmackDown 1. Belair hits the KOD on Shotzi for the pin. Shotzi has been eliminated. Boo. Belair. Fuck you, Belair. Team Raw 1, Team SmackDown 0. Winners, Team Raw. Raw 4, Team SmackDown 1. But really 2 for SmackDown. Now, this is the main event of the evening, I think. Backstage, Kayla asked Paul Heyman if he knows that Brock Lesnar's suspension is no longer indefinite. Heyman looks really worried. WWE Champion Big E versus Universal Champion Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman. Big E drives Roman Reigns into the corner. Big E gives Roman Reigns a clean break. Roman Reigns and Big E lock up. Big E pushes Roman Reigns across the ring. Roman Reigns rolls out of the ring and gets a few kind words from Heyman. Roman Reigns and Big E trade strikes. Big E clotheslines by Roman Reigns. Big E telegraphs a back body drop and eats a boot after a leapfrog spot. Big E catches Roman Reigns with a back elbow. Big E sets up his apron splash. Roman Reigns moves out of the way. Big E injures his knee on the apron. Roman Reigns almost takes Big E's head off with a big boot. Roman Reigns sends Big E out of the ring, then whips him into the ring post twice. Not once, but twice. Big E manages to reverse Roman Reigns' Irish whip with one of his own, sending Roman Reigns carrying into the ring steps. Belly-to-belly suplex by Big E. Big E lands two more suplexes, but splash by Big E. Big E calls for the big ending. Roman Reigns counters. Big E kicks out. Roman Reigns walks into a sit-down. Roman Reigns kicks out. Big E locks Roman Reigns in the stretch muffler. Roman Reigns reverses it into one-armed sit-out powerbomb for a near fall. Big E ducks the Superman punch. Big E runs right into a rock bottom for a near fall. Superman punch by Roman Reigns. Big E only drops to a knee. Roman Reigns looks annoyed. Roman Reigns hits another Superman punch. Big E goes down but eventually gets back up. Roman Reigns hits another Superman punch. Roman Reigns calls for a spear. Big E sends Roman Reigns out to the apron. Spear off the apron by Big E. Big E sends Roman Reigns back into the ring. Roman Reigns spears Big E. Big E kicks out. Roman Reigns badmouths Big E. Reigns puts Big E in the guillotine, but Big E drives Roman Reigns into the corner. Big E tries another spear, but Reigns traps him in a guillotine on the apron. Reigns sends Big E back into the ring and locks in another guillotine. Big E starts to fade. Big E turns it into the big ending. Roman Reigns grabs the bottom rope to break the pin. Roman Reigns rolls out of the ring. Big E sends Roman Reigns into the announce desk, ring post, and barricade. Roman Reigns sends Big E into the steps, knees first. Roman Reigns dives off the ring steps and hits another Superman punch. Big E almost hits the big ending, but Roman Reigns escapes and stomps on the back of Big E's injured leg. Roman Reigns destroys Big E with another spear for the win. Your winner, Roman Reigns. Raw 4, SmackDown 3, but technically SmackDown 2. But anyways, guys, that's how they are ending Survivor Series. No big surprise, no returns, no nothing. So I guess that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way you guys do not miss an upload here on this channel. I'll be bringing you guys Raw results tomorrow. Stay tuned. I'm unstoppable, and I'm out.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Skiz here. And if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy ass bitch motherfucker.
In a six with the hicks and the firearms. You might come up.